Oh my God, when was the last time we've been here?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Before I start this video, I just want to say thank you for all of the comments on the last video where you guys were congratulating me about my green card. I was so tickled that so many of you were so encouraging about us monetizing our channel in the comments. This video is not sponsored by anybody.
Sponsored by me.
Yeah, it's sponsored by Dr. Chris. Finally, another helicopter vlog. Chris has done this before, but we are taking the Millennial Falcon to Canada. We're crossing the border, and I have not been in the helicopter to cross the border yet because I haven't been allowed to go back to Canada pretty much since we got the Millennial Falcon. This is gonna be my first time crossing.
A lot of people ask us, can you fly to Canada? How do you fly to Canada? Are you allowed to cross borders? Do you have to have a special license to fly in Canada? What's that all about? So the answer to that question, well, multiple questions, is yes, you can cross the border. It's treated the same way as planes are treated for general aviation. You have to go through a series of steps. I've got basically a checklist that I go through. You have to go online, file who's on board, who the pilot is, when you're departing, when you're landing, all that stuff, just to kind of let them know what you're doing. And then to satisfy the Canadian side of things, I have to call Canadian Border Patrol and say, hey, this is where I'm landing, and you can't do it any sooner than 2 hours when you've arrived. So we've already called them, told us who's on board, and essentially they ask you the same questions as what you would answer on those little cards they give you, like do you have you been to a farm? Do you have any weapons? Do you have any food to declare? Do you have any tobacco, cigarette, all that stuff? So they just ask you those questions over the phone. When you do land, you call them again and say, hey, we're outside, and then they come out, they just inspect your aircraft, say hi, and then say, okay, you're free to go, or no, turn around, go back to where you came from. Once they check you out, then you've now landed in Canada, and then when it's time to come home, you call ahead to the airport you're gonna be landing, talk to the border people there and say, hey, FYI, we're gonna be landing at this time, come meet us out there. And then when you land, you call them again, say, hey, we're outside, and they just come out to your aircraft, they check everything the same way. So it's kind of like clearing customs, but instead of you going to their little booth, they come to you out to your aircraft. You're not allowed to leave your aircraft until you clear customs officially. So other than that, that's pretty much all you have to do. File the electronic thing and then call the appropriate border service. I'm gonna finish my DI, and then we're gonna get up because we are supposed to be off the ground 1 minute ago.
Uh-oh, let's go. We got our helmets back, finally.
Finally.
Wait, it's sunny. Oh yeah, that's better.
Buffalo Airfield traffic, helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu departing from runway 24, Buffalo Airfield.
0 Whiskey Zulu, same intention.
We're en route to Niagara District Airport, Charlie Yankee, Sierra November, Weather 5 following.
0 Whiskey Zulu, proceed on course, altimeter 2995.
2995, 0 Whiskey Zulu.
All over there? So there's a big gorge here that's pretty nice.
Helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu, same Captain JD.
November 300 Whiskey Zulu is inbound for Niagara District Airport.
Active runway is 24, traffic in the circuit at Cherokee, and also right base runway 24, Navajo.
Rest of that, we're watching for traffic, 0 Whiskey Zulu.
We've cleared customs, so now we are en route to our destination. Did we tell them where we're going?
No, I don't think so.
We're going to Niagara on the Lake, and we're gonna land at this winery called Two Sisters Vineyards. We've got a little helipad area, part of they have these really nice landscaped gardens, and one of the areas they've designated as their helipad. I've never actually landed there before. I've been there on foot, excited to land there for the first time. So we're going to a winery, but the caveat is neither you nor I drink. They have a nice restaurant there, so we're gonna go eat at the restaurant. Even if I did drink, I wouldn't be drinking and flying, so.
Smart.
Smart. You hungry?
Starving, let's go.
Ready to go? Let's get ready to rumble. Oh my God, I have to fart so bad.
Oh, please. Not in this bubble of death.
You win this round, Pekka.
Helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu is departing from the taxiway. Gonna do a left downwind departure for off airport landing.
Whiskey Zulu, roger.
Here we go, we're alive. Successful landing. Locked and loaded.
Ready to go.
Ready for dinner?
Yeah.
Nice little spot.
Yeah, great spot.
I could have probably not shot it so far forward, but anyway, I didn't want to hit my tail on those trees there. Not a bad little spot at all. What's going on with my hair right now? Is it crazy? Ready for food, Beck?
So ready.
I got tortellini soup.
That looks really good. That looks really good. Yeah. All right, drone montage over.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Try not to hit that tree in front of us.
Helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu with VFR request. 300 Whiskey Zulu, Fox 0421. 0421, we're just approaching from the Canadian border en route for Buffalo International.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu proceeding out of Buffalo.
Smooth air today.
That's nice.
All right, so we're en route back home, and the process for clearing customs going back the other way is very similar. So I already filed the EPIS saying that who's on board, where you're going, where you're coming from, and times. And, you call your port of entry. So in this case, it was Buffalo Niagara International Airport. That's where we're clearing customs. And so I told them what time I'm going to be landing, and they say, okay, we're watching for you, so I'm going to call them when we land. They can't get out of the aircraft until they clear us. They'll come out to the aircraft, clear us through customs, and then we can go back to our home airport, which is like a few minutes south of Buffalo Niagara International. So the only time I really land at this airport is when I'm clearing customs.
0 Whiskey Zulu, fly heading 160, just let me know when you have Buffalo Airport in sight.
160, 0 Whiskey Zulu. Buffalo Tower, helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu.
Helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu, Buffalo Tower. The winds are 2309er. Landing at the prior ramp will be at your own risk.
2309er, thanks very much.
So you have it, quick 2-hour flight to Canada and back. Well, it's like 2 hours-ish.
Total time, the flight time was not 2 hours.
No, it was, but like our whole trip was like 2 hours. So there we go, showed you how to fly into Canada, then fly back into the US. It's not too hard, you just gotta know the steps and make sure you file things with the appropriate authorities. Because if you did what I did the first time and didn't call the port of entry and say I was landing or get permission or right to land, then they're kind of mad, they get mad at you if you do that.
That was super nice today.
But that guy was really nice today. Yeah.
Fingerprints all over that Pimvind.
Pimvind.
You need to like use it. Oh, that worked great.
So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when we post new videos. We'll see you on the next one, the next helicopter adventure. Bye.
That was a nice date.
You want to grab one and do Kona right now?
I was tired.
You did well. You didn't get sick on that one.
No, I think it was the wristbands.
I don't think it was the wristband.